Hello, this is Jimmy with Old Path Fabrications. Working on this old Monte Carlo. We're doing the fabrication on it. The gas tank straps on this car come into brackets that are on the back side of the rails. Let's look into those brackets here and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
As you can see, there's a lot of damage here. Probably the part could stand being replaced, but for educational purposes, I'm going to remake it.
And by the end of this video, you'll see I came up with a strong solution for the repair of this rail.
And this is our bracing inside the trunk area that comes through here. This bracket is pretty much toast. We're going to drill that bracket loose by removing the wales, and we're going to take that bracket right there out. But we're going to make this bracket. We're going to put the pleats and the rolls in it. This bracket's made for a clip to go on it. And we're going to make that strong so when we do put the tank back in, it'll stay there. As I'm picking just the right tools, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe this video, maybe even comment. Pretty interested to know what name you'd give this old car.
If you would, suggest a name and put it in the comments. Be interested to know what you think.
But right now we're going to go into teaching building brackets.
Now I'm going to clean all that rust off there. Then we'll have to turn around and get out the file and file those welds off on that bracket so we can remove that bracket. Alright, I got this bracket off. It's a little bit. We're going to straighten it up, get it straight, then we're going to duplicate it. Alright, we're going to make some paper templates. We've got a pen, some scissors. I'm going to cut out some templates out of the paper for some patterns for some replacement metal. Got to do one on this one side right here, and it should be the matching for the other side, so that'll give us two templates out of this one particular template as we make this one. Alright, that's how it's going to look on this one side. Make sure it lines up on the opposite side. So that's going to make both pieces of metal. Then we're going to make a template for the bottom. Do that right quick. Sides. So that one needs to be right. Now we got to get down in the bottom of it. If I had a straight edge to go with, do this on the fly, All right. Maybe a little inner than that. All right. Let's pull that edge. How about that line? It's a working man's line right there for my working hand. I'm gonna mash this down in here, and there's some squares on the back side that I need to get some markings from. Also some holes, drill holes and different things. So I'll probably put this weight on here and get it underneath it, put a little weight on it, get underneath it with an ink pen or something, and mark those squares out. Okay, I think I managed to get a good tracing underneath here on our paper template. We should be good to go. All right. Okay, we're into our template cutting now. I've got to make 2 of those, 1 of those, and as I'm looking at this other bracket, it pretty much lines up with this template. It is going to have just a little bit more on the edges, so I'll make it a little wider. We'll go with that right there.
We're going to trim off
And
a 1/4 inch.
that'll be the templates that we need to create the box and the bracket. I'll go ahead and get me a marker and mark these things out, and we'll begin to cut. I've already allowed a little area for that. We said that bracket was going to have to be wider on both sides, so I'm sliding it over just a little bit more. So we'll get both of those sides. This metal is actually the thickness of the bracket, and probably thicker than the rail itself that we're repairing, putting the support in the rail. All right, as I said earlier, we're going to need 2 of these.
Absolutely. As the old saying goes, we're at the drawing board now. Back to the drawing board there. That's our template. Of course, we'll have to work those bends. We drop that in there. Be a lot of strength.
As anything, it's time consuming, but that air file seems to work out to cut rectangular holes, and I don't know anything else that'll do that. This concludes bracket and brace building part 1. Be looking for part 2. Like, subscribe, or comment. Help me build my channel. Thank you.